Good morning. Welcome in, Scott. How are you doing? We're just going live here, getting final setup. Checking all my settings, making sure everything is copacetic. All right, we're gonna start off this morning. We're just gonna work on a little Absolute Joker sketch card here. And then we'll see where the morning takes us. Absolute Joker has been an interesting, pretty wild character design, but I guess you could say the same about most of the characters in the Absolute universe, especially in the Absolute Batman universe. Although, admittedly, I'm a little behind on my books, so while I have them, I haven't read them yet. I will say this iteration of Joker is interesting. It's got a real Pennywise vibe to it. Welcome in, Run. Welcome in, Ruo. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. If you're interested in the kind of work I do, feel free to take a look at the bin. I have a handful of recent creations there, mostly sketch cards, some sketch covers, different things like that, but it'll give you kind of a sense of what I do. I have a few new additions that were drawn during last night's stream. Those are now posted in the bin as well. Welcome in, GA. Welcome in, Michelle. How is everyone doing this morning? We'll see how long we stream this morning. I don't really have a huge plan, so we're just kind of playing it by ear. Just going to wing it a little bit. Welcome in Z, welcome in Amart, welcome in War Eagle. How's everyone doing? Over on YouTube, welcome in Ray, welcome in Rainbow. Rainbow, not Rainbow. Welcome in, that's the Spino guy. Welcome in, everybody. If you're watching over on YouTube, apologies if I'm a little slow to respond. My focus typically is more over on Whatnot. Feel free to use that QR code there to head on over and join in on the fun over here. But I appreciate everybody stopping by and tuning in for a minute or two. We're just working on an absolute Joker sketch card to start us off. If you have any requests, feel free to pop them down in the chat, and we'll see if we can get to any of them this morning. Trying to get back into a little bit of a Whatnot habit, as I've kind of fell off for a while, so I haven't been streaming in a minute. Hopped on last night though. Figured I'd come back in this morning. We'll try to start doing this a little more with a little more regularity. I have a card show locally that I'm going to be participating in a couple of weeks, so I figured I could also use this time to build up some inventory for that and go from there. Of course, they are also available during the streams, so if there's anything you see that you'd like to add to your collection, they are available. Welcome in A65, welcome in the Batman. Welcome in, Keith. How are you doing? Welcome in, E. Horwitz. Good morning to you. Good morning to everyone who is tuning in over on YouTube. Appreciate y'all stopping by for a little bit this morning. What does everyone have going on today? Hey there, Daddy D. Hey there, Toy Minoids. Hey there, anybody else who I might have missed. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Hope you all are having a good morning so far. Just working on a sketch card to get started today, and then we'll see where the morning goes. If anyone has any requests, if anyone has any questions, comments, if you see anything in the bin that you would like to see live, let me know. I can hop it into the stream here so you can get a better look at things. Otherwise, we're just going to keep on working on Absolute Joker here. Anyone reading any of the Absolute Batman or other Absolute Universe titles? So what do you think? Hey there, It's. Hey there, Dunn. Hey there, Swizzle. Hey there, Ali. Hey there, Bishop. Wow, we got a whole bunch of names that just popped in here. Hi there, Noob. Sorry, my eyes are having a hard time looking at the feed sometimes. Well, welcome in, everybody. Appreciate y'all passing through, stopping by. Just hopping in here to see what the heck is going on. My name's Chris. I like to draw stuff, hence the name. Chris Draws Stuff. And today we're drawing Absolute Joker on a sketch card. We might do something else after this. Last night I was on for a couple hours. We did some Muppets. We did some, I did a Miles Morales. I did a Zatanna. I believe all of those are currently listed in the bin. So if you want to take a look at any of that stuff, feel free to look around there. And if you have any questions, just holler. Welcome in, Comics. Welcome in, JJ. Welcome in, Joey. Welcome in, anybody who I might have missed. I guess I'll find that lid in a little bit. Welcome in, Mr. Gann. Welcome in, Bat Cave. Welcome in, everybody. Pardon me for one moment as there it is. Dropped the top to my marker and had to dig it out here real quick. All right, but we're back. Anyone in the chat have plans today for the big game? Any predictions, or who are you all pulling for? Batcave says, just a small get together with family rooting for my box numbers. Nice. So you do you all do the thing where you kind of pick what scores at the end of each quarter, end of each half, that kind of a thing, and then whoever gets the pool. Is that how that works? We've done similar things with family in the past as well. I don't believe we've bought in on any this year though, but that sounds like fun. I hope your box numbers treat you well tonight. Oh, okay. Okay. So the box numbers are with some friends. Cool. Very good. Very good. So Batcave, are you reading the absolute stuff? What's your with a name like Batcave, I gotta figure you have some affinity for these characters. Is there a title or a story or something that you prefer over others? What's your Batman du jour? Me, let's see, what are my plans? My plans consist mostly every year of sitting on my couch, enjoying the game at home with my family, with my dog, just in my own environment. It's nothing. We don't go too crazy. I'm sure we'll put together some snacks and things, but for the most part, that's how I like to do it. You know, I'm always the type. I enjoy sort of the entire experience. I actually, for the longest time, my I really enjoy the commercials These days, I don't think that's as critical because I mean, you probably see a lot of them online now, even though I haven't hunted for them. But there's so many other places now where those commercials turn up. But for a long time, I mean, that was part of the fun too, was just seeing some of that stuff. So I'm curious about like what movies are gonna get some airtime this evening. I believe Marvel has said there won't be any stuff during Super Bowl, but I don't know. It'd still be kind of cool to see a Doctor Doom tease. I'm sure you'll probably see some DC stuff during the show. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, fair enough. The Absolute Batman stuff is really cool. I've gotten way behind on the titles. Like I think I have pretty much everything in the run so far, but I'm really behind on reading them. But just the design and everything, I think, are really cool. The art style has been really nice. I've also there's the new Batman launch. They just kind of relaunched another volume of Batman. So it started. I don't know if it's on issue 5, 6 or so right now, but I've been enjoying that one as well. That's been pretty good. I think it's Molina, the artist on that, maybe. Sometimes I'm bad with creative teams, so don't quote me, but that one's been a good read. Well, welcome back into comics. Yeah, I did that too. I fell away for a bunch of years, and then over the course of the last decade, I've really kind of gotten back into them. But there is a good probably 20-year gap from when I was seriously collecting to when I got back into it. And while I haven't read the origin story for Absolute Joker yet, I got to say the design and some of the other artist interpretations that I've seen, some of the other like variant cover art, things like that for this character. I mean, it's pretty wild. Oh, nice. Yeah. So I really loved the original Last Ronin kind of miniseries that sort of kicked it all off. Read all that, really enjoyed it, thought it was a great story. Fell away from it though. I haven't followed any of the spin-off stuff or anything. I know there's like a whole basically like Ronin universe, it feels like these days, with different titles and things. Haven't delved into those, but the Last Ronin itself was really good. My only criticism with the Last Ronin miniseries was the size of the books because they don't fit as easily into my comic boxes as a lot of others. So it's just I got to be very careful trying to keep them in really good shape. But yeah, turtles are always a cool thing. I grew up with turtles and have loved a lot of that universe as well. Nope, this card is not a commission. This is just something I figured I'd start drawing for the stream today. It is available if you are interested. I can add it on once it's done. We can set it up. I have some other Batman stuff as well in the bin. Last night I drew a Zatanna as part of that show. That one should be there now. There might be another one in there too. I'd have to look. But I have there's a local show coming up, a card show that I'm participating in, and so I'm trying to put together some new sketch cards to bring to that show. So I figured, why not come onto Whatnot at the same time, do some drawing. If they sell on Whatnot, great. That's totally cool by my book. But if not, then I have more inventory for that show. I think I'm probably getting pretty close to where I like this. I'm going to do just a couple more little things, but yeah. So let me know if you're interested. The sketch cards, they're about $15 each, so I would probably list it for 15. If you want it, we can set that up once I get done here with it. Oh, you know what else I have in the bin? If you're curious, if you like Batman, and I'll show it to you too once I finish this. I did a Poison Ivy cover, a sketch cover that actually I thought came out really cool. Um, that is also currently available. All right, I think this is probably, actually, no, not yet. Let's do this. Let's just put a little bit of drool, kind of. Give it a little bit of the spittle coming off of his teeth, and then welcome in, welcome in. Hi there, Joseph. Yes, I can do mashups. Do you have any kind of requests? Oh, thanks. I appreciate your comment on the Shadow Man there. Yeah. Oh, wait, is. Oh, sorry. I also just saw you say. Hang on, I'm getting caught up on my comments here. Welcome in. Yeah, if you have any requests, let me know. See what I can put together here. All right, so the Absolute Joker, I think I'm pretty well done with that. Batcave, were you interested? Did you want me to go ahead and try to list this? And also, I'm going to show you that detective cover here in a minute. It's a Detective Comics 1000. It was a sketch cover that I did. Bear with me, folks. I'm trying to I just got all my stuff scattered around here, so I had to find my top loaders for a minute. Okay. Okay, let me zoom out real quick, and so here is the finished Absolute Joker. All right, thanks. All right, Joseph, if you're interested in that, I will put that up. That's going to be 15. Let me get that added real quick, In the meantime, I mentioned I was going to show this one off, so we'll just put this on real quick. But actually, let me take it out of the bag so my light doesn't get all annoying. But this is the poison ivy cover that I did. So that's in the bin right now. If anyone's interested in that, I actually kind of dig how that came out. I might have a hard time getting rid of that one, but if anybody's interested, it's there. It is just the front that's drawn on. But there you go. All right, let me get that Absolute Joker listed here, and then we'll get back to it. Back to it then. Here, I'm going to take it out of the sleeve just while I get it set up, just so it doesn't shine. Just so my light doesn't shine on it there. All right, let me. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. So typically, when it's a commission, the commissions start at 25. If it's an existing card, I tend to do those at 15. Now, if there's something that you're interested in, feel free to drop it in the chat. If I can go ahead and draw that up today, then I would just draw that as a regular card. If you're hanging around for a little bit, if you've got a suggestion, I can go ahead and try to knock that out for you, in which case that would then be 15. That's probably clear as mud what I just said, but sorry, I'm trying to figure out where to get this added now. I probably should have just done it from my phone to begin with. Can you tell that I'm a little rusty with whatnot? We'll get there, though, I promise. Okay, that should be live now. That is pinned. I went ahead and pinned it to the show if you are interested. All right, you got it. Thanks, Joseph. I appreciate that. I'll put it back in the sleeve and in the top loader here, and we'll get that off to you ASAP. I should have some orders going out tomorrow. Well, I'll probably drop them off at the post office today, but they won't get picked up till tomorrow. But there you go. All right. Let me go back through here, see what I missed while I was trying to get that. Yeah, so on Instagram, let me put that in the chat here. It's Christopher Arnold Designs is who I am on Instagram. You can always find me there as well. Max shipping. That's a good question. I have it set up as a sketch card profile. I don't know offhand what that comes up to. I'd have to take a peek. I can research that when I get done off the stream here and see if I can find that out for you. If you want, I can shoot you a message and we can figure out if that's copacetic or not. Looks like sketch card is almost 5. Yeah, I mean, that would probably make sense to me. Okay, that's my Instagram there. I will set this one aside for you. That will go out after the show today. Welcome in, everyone. Okay, let's see. Did we miss any other comments? Oh, you're looking for the how much for 2 cards? Bebop / Venom and Rocksteady / Carnage matchups. So those would be commissions. They would be 25 each on those. In fact, let me go ahead and pin the commission here in case anyone is interested. I guess I don't have that one in my show. Guess I didn't import that option into the show. Sorry, guys. Hang on 1 second. Let me add that in. Okay. Now let's see if that. Okay. So the sketch card commission says there's 0 left, although that's not correct. I'm just going to bump that quantity up a little bit so it shows back up. But that is now listed. I've pinned that to the show. Have I seen the Absolute Bat Bane? Yeah, I mean, I have. I've seen some images of him. I'm behind on my reading, though, of the Absolute Batman, so I haven't really caught up with the story so much. But yes, I have seen it. He's pretty wild. So many of the character designs in the Absolute universe are kind of crazy. All right, sorry, I got behind there on the chat while I was trying to figure that out. Let me know if there's any questions I've missed or. Oh, Joseph, you did. You picked up the commission. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. So, which one of your options did you want for that commission? Oh, you want Absolute Batman / Ghost Rider as a mashup. Absolute Batman and Ghost Rider. That's interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting combo for sure. Let's think about this for a minute and see. Think about what an Absolute Batman and Ghost Rider might look like. So while I'm thinking about how to mash them up, tell me why those two characters? What are you seeing in your head as you think of a mashup between these two? And actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let me widen the camera out a little bit because he has the spikes. Got it. Okay, so spikes are a must. All right. Let's see here. So, of course, Ghost Rider also has that leather jacket. So we can almost do like with the chains, of course. When it comes to Absolute Batman, though, you kind of have to have his axe chest plate visible. Some flames. Let me ask you this. Are you talking about a mashup like I consider mashups being where you really take elements of both characters into one? Or are you looking at one of these split designs where it's half Absolute and half Ghost Rider? Let me know what you're envisioning so I can try to get this in the same vein. Spirit of Vengeance added to the Absolute Batman. Yeah, that is pretty wild. Skull Jaw. Okay. That was a badass. Yeah, one character. Okay, just wanted to make sure. That's sort of where I was originally heading, but I wanted to make sure as I was thinking about Skull Jaw too. Okay. So now the trick too is because it's on a sketch card, you've only got so much real estate to work with. So if we start with Batman cowl, but So then it almost just becomes Ghost Rider in the Batman cowl. Of course, there's going to be some flame action because you can't have Ghost Rider without flames. But you specifically said spikes, so I want to try to make sure I get the spikes in there. Yeah. So maybe we don't even do the leather jacket, but we keep Batman's costume as it is. We incorporate the skull into the facial features. We place the flames over top. I don't know. How's that sounding for you? As I'm kind of brainstorming. Yeah, the spikes on his shoulders. That's why I'd originally started going towards the Ghost Rider leather jacket, but now I'm back to original Batman costume with the spikes. Heavy emphasis on those, of course. All right, you know what? We're gonna get to rolling on this one and just see what happens here. We zoom back in, and the trick is, of course, like I was mentioning on these sketch cards, planning my real estate out well enough so that I can make sure that we see a lot of that. So, like, it's going to get kind of tight in here. Let me see what. Let me zoom out a little bit more on that one. Or let's try something real quick. If we almost do, I'm wondering if we do like a 3/4 view almost. So he's kind of looking over his shoulder. Then you can really get some spike action coming in this way, but I don't know. Again, that might become a little visually tricky on the sketch card, but we'll get you something here. So let's block them in a bit. Make sure. So now we've got. All right, so we can get some spikes in that way. Work in some flames. Thanks, Batcave. I appreciate that. I hope so. I mean, it's a cool idea. I've never considered mashing these two together, so I hope I do it justice. We will all find out together live on Whatnot. I almost wonder if maybe I shouldn't even give him the cowl. Maybe I should just go straight skull head. Hmm. I'm wondering. Here's what I'm thinking, because I could almost do straight skull head, and I could, with the flames coming off of the skull, you could start to maybe simulate some of that there. I'm going to try that. Just because with this scale, I'm concerned that the jaw being the only thing you see as bone might become a little confusing. So we'll try to make it so the flames kind of follow a little bit of that contour as well. I always think it's so wild too that this character wears this battle axe kind of thing right on this as his chest plate. Like, I don't know. There's so many decisions they've made within the Absolute universe that I just think are wild, and wild in a good way too. Like, it's really such a different thing. Yeah, thanks. Hey, we're getting there. It's coming together somehow, right? I appreciate that. The only thing, hmm, no, I guess it works. Sorry, I had a thought, and then I answered my own thought as I was getting ready to think of another thought. Hmm. Like, it's so weird. I still want to do the cowl. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just, trying to figure out. I'm going to sneak in just a little bit of bat ears on the skull, just because, it's art, and you can. Why not? And maybe the eye sockets you can almost do a little bit of bat cowl with. All right, we're going to start putting some pen on here and just see what happens. What if you do the cowl in coloring with the flames? Yeah, I'm thinking something similar to that. I think we're kind of in the same. Um, I think we might be on the same train of thought. I'm thinking of trying to do something with the flames to simulate that, and at the same time, I go back and forth on what I want to do. So yeah, I'm probably not going to. I don't know. Let's see. Join me on this journey as we either make something cool or you all laugh ridiculously at and wonder, why did we watch this guy? What is this guy doing? So, and I'll admit too, when you're drawing on a sketch card like this, typically if you look at some of the things that are in the bin, a lot of my sketch cards tend to be more headshot oriented. So this one's this one's cool though because it gets a little bit more form of the character's form in here. So I don't know. Trying to talk and draw. It's a skill I have not yet mastered. Or it goes up in flames. Helverine is one of my favorite characters too. Yeah, Helverine is pretty wild design. That's pretty quick. Pretty cool. Hey Marcus, welcome in. Happy Sunday morning. How are you doing? This whole drawing might just go up in flames. Let's see, shall we? Join me on this journey. As we mash up Absolute Batman and Ghost Rider. And we see what the heck happens here. That's interesting, Josie. So you like it? You like Dork? I actually do. I did pick up a copy of it. My LCS grabbed it and thought it was something that might be of interest to me. And I got to say, the art style was pretty cool. I haven't read it yet, but I just saw the post that Image shared where they sold out. It's going into second printing, that kind of a thing. But you enjoyed it. You thought it was a good read. I haven't read it yet, but the art was really, really wild. Yeah, my LCS. I don't even think they ordered that many of them. I know he said he just thought that the covers kind of looked cool. He didn't really know what to expect out of it. But when I picked up mine, I think there was only two left on the shelf. But I think it's interesting that you bring up that title because I am curious to give it a read and just see what that's all about. Sounds cool. It's funny because when he mentioned it to me before I actually saw it on the shelf, and I didn't really know anything about it. So here he is just asking if I wanted a copy of Dork, and of course, lots of dorky humor ensued as we kind of poked fun at ourselves. But I gotta say, then when I saw it and I realized what it was, I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, you got the ash can for it. That's cool. Half dwarf, half orc. Yeah, that's an interesting concept. And like I said, the art style was what I thought was pretty cool. Let's see here what we can do. Oh yeah, really? Yeah, I can see a little bit of like that Scotty kind of influence now that you mention it. That's pretty cool. Oh, thanks. Hey, Joseph, thanks. I'm glad you're liking it so far. Over on YouTube, I see a couple folks who've come in. Hi, Amelia. How are you doing? The skeleton looks sick. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This makes me want to draw some more Skeletor. I'm guessing some of you have seen the, or if not all of you, you've seen the new Masters of the Universe trailer. What'd y'all think of that? If you've seen it, what did you think of that? I'm not quite sure yet what I feel about it. It was a fun trailer. I think I need to see a little more though. It seems like the type of thing I will probably enjoy when it's out, but I just need to see a little bit more, I think. I have been thinking of adding some Masters of the Universe characters to my sketch card lineup for the upcoming card show. So I may hop onto another show one day to do some of those. Who knows? Hey, Lucky Finds comment. Yeah, live action. The trailer I think came out a couple weeks ago at this point. I definitely think there were things in the trailer that looked really cool, and I'm likely going to check it out when it's out. But everybody seemed to really I think the trailer resonated with a lot of people more than it did with me on its initial face. And so while I'm not saying I disliked it or anything. I thought it was fine. I thought looks like it's going to be a good movie. Um, the feedback I started hearing from a lot of people online just seemed like they were already blown away by it. And so that's just what I mean. I need to see a little bit more. I wasn't as over the moon as some other folks. But, that's the nature of art, right? To each their own. Welcome in, everybody. I see some other folks are passing through. Appreciate you hopping in for a little bit on this Sunday morning. I thought I would just come on here for a little bit and try to get some drawing in. And along the way, we got this cool idea for a Ghost Rider Absolute Batman mashup. It's interesting. They have all of these Deadpool, Batman, Deadpool crossover books now, where the characters are interacting. It'd be kind of interesting to see Absolute Batman and Ghost Rider mix it up at some point. Oh no, that's not what I want. Lucky Find. Oh, you saw the original Masters of the Universe in the theater? I did too, actually. Yeah, with gosh, I'm drawing a blank on his name now. The guy with the guy. Frank Langella as Skeletor, of course, and He-Man being the guy. That guy. Yeah. Courtney Cox was in that one too, right? The original. Yeah. I remember at the time when I was a kid when I saw that one. Thought it was really cool. Does not really hold up that well. I haven't watched it in a few years, but last time I happened to catch it somewhere, it was not the same reaction as when I was a kid. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sourpuss these days. Dolph Lundgren, yes, thank you. Just a couple of old guys here. Yeah, a couple of old guys, and one of these old guys can't remember Dolph Lundgren's name, so thanks for having my back. On today's edition of Who's That Guy? The guy, the guy. Not the dude, that's a different guy. Drago, yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Although this might just invalidate all of my other film news, even though I know he was Drago, I never really watched much of the Rocky stuff growing up. I'm familiar with that universe. I'm familiar with the characters and the films and all that, but yeah, I didn't watch them. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny because when it comes to Dolph Lundgren, even though I forgot his name, He-Man is always the one I think of first. I know he's done a whole bunch of other stuff, but He-Man was always the thing that I most knew him from. The Empire Strikes Back and Rocky Four both about 100, both of them about 100 times each. Wow, that's pretty wild. Yeah, no, I definitely love me some Empire Strikes Back. That's for sure. You know what movie I used to rewatch a lot growing up, especially when growing up when you would channel surf and you would find stuff on TV every once in a while. But Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, I always, if I ever was passing a channel and saw that on, I would stop and watch wherever it was in the film. That was one for me that I always enjoyed throwing on there. The Skull movie was too out there. Oh, you mean Indiana? You mean the second Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom? Yeah, that's probably the thing that I least rewatch. It just I didn't hate it, but it just I didn't follow that one as much. Or are you talking about something else? Oh, you mean Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? That one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one. Yeah, that one didn't quite. That one didn't quite do it for me either. Sorry, I kind of erased that one from my memory. That's why I didn't think of it right away. That was one of those where it was like I was excited that they were bringing back Indy, but yeah, probably should have rethought that one a little bit. All right, I think we're making some headway with this one. And I don't think I butchered it too badly. But you all can also be the judge of that. Let me know. It's really cool or hot. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. I am probably going to wrap up the stream for a while after I finish this one. So, unless there are any other requests or thoughts or comments, speak now or forever hold your peace. Let me check in on the YouTube crowd real quick. Well, it all depends. Sometimes some cards do take me longer than others. I just, like anything though, it's just a matter of practice, I suppose. Do you do cards here on Whatnot then, or where do you draw yours? And thank you too, by the way. That was awful kind of you. But when you're getting cool ideas from cool people too, it certainly helps. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll check out Lucky. I was on Whatnot for a while and kind of fell off of it for a bit. So I just started to get back onto it. Last night was my first show in a while, and so yeah, I'm gonna check it out and we'll look at some of your work there. Absolutely awesome. Well, thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. Let me just do that real quick, and I'll let you get a closer look at it. Let me zoom out real quick. All right. So there is the finished card. Actually, it's not finished yet. There's something else I want to do to it. I just want to darken up this chest plate a little bit more. Sometimes when I can see the strokes in something like that, I like to at least just do another pass to try to even them out a little bit. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I like some of the textured gaps and marks that are showing up, but the dark areas for sure, I want to just do that a little bit more for you. And this is what I'm looking for. One thing that I used to say about my shows, if you watch my shows, there's always that point when I start losing pens and markers. And I think that just happened. All right. I think that might smooth it out a little bit better. Well, it's not even when the marker runs out, although that happens too. Um, it's just that I start scattering all of my pens and markers everywhere, and I just end up losing the one that I'm looking for. So there we go. That is your absolute Batman and Ghost Rider mashup. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me get you a sleeve here, and we'll put that in a case for you. And I will get these out to you. I'm going to most likely get them dropped off at the post office today, but obviously they won't go out till tomorrow. But they will be on their way. All right, so there we've got it all cased up for you. And of course, thank you as well for picking up Absolute Joker. So we drew Absolute Joker today. We also drew this mashup today. Joseph's getting both of those. We will get those out to you. Thanks everybody for tuning in, for hanging out. I'm going to sign off now for a bit. I'm going to try to schedule some more shows in the near future and get back onto this Whatnot wagon here. And I'll see y'all next time. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun, stay safe, all that fun stuff. See y'all.